Mr. Sutton here invited me out on a date and then proceeded to walk out on the tab.
I see you are suing Mr. Sutton for $218.69.
Oh, this is going to be good. Anytime someone starts a story with, he walked out on me, you just know we're about to hear the whole thing, but never the part where she was wrong.
This man asked you to go with him on a date and then he left before the bill came?
Yes, ma'am.
Uh-oh.
Wait a second. You're suing a man because he left? Not because he hit you, not because he ghosted you, but because he didn't pay for your bill? This is a definite no.
More. Let's start with, how did y'all meet? How do you know this man?
So I'm a social media influencer, and Mr. Sutton, the defendant, came on my page.
He slid into your DMs?
Yes,
Okay.
essentially. And we were discussing and we were talking for a couple weeks, and we were just chatting over the phone. And he originally asked me out on a couple dates, first one being coffee and the second one being ice cream.
So those dates took place?
No, ma'am.
Oh.
I don't drink coffee, first off. And secondly, I'm lactose intolerant, so we did not do coffee, nor did we do ice cream.
So you declined those dates?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, continue, ma'am.
Well, after we had continued talking, he shortly after decided to ask me out on a date.
He offered simple first dates, coffee, ice cream, 2 low-pressure ways to get to know her. And she declined both of them. That right there tells you she wasn't interested in connection. She was waiting for a proper dinner. Translation? A free meal. You can always tell who's dating to be known and who's dating to be fed.
And we decided on dinner Friday at 5:30. Unfortunately, our original timing did not quite work out with my schedule. I had to reschedule on him twice. First time being with work, I was on a fashion shoot, and my shoot lasted a little bit longer than I was anticipating.
That happens.
So,
because this is how you pay your bills, I assume, ma'am. You're a full-time influencer.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I do think sometimes people hear that, Ms. Collins, and they can be dismissive. But the reality is some of these social media influencers are making over $100,000 a year. So, and you're presenting very beautifully to the court today. So this is, something that's lucrative for you. So you do have to show up to these things.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so your shoot runs long. You have to reschedule.
Yes, that was the first one. Second, I ended up having to reschedule on him a second time because my father did fall ill, and he lives. Thank you.
Yeah.
He does live nearby, so I tend to go over there and take care of him every now and again.
Okay, so there's 2 reschedules. He's understanding, I suppose, and then how?
Men, pay attention. When a woman really wants to see you, she'll move things around. When she doesn't, he'll feel like he's trying to schedule an interview.
You actually get on the date?
Well, eventually our schedules ended up working out, and we were able to make it on time.
Great.
So we scheduled for 5:30 on a Friday, and I was a little bit late.
How late, ma'am?
We scheduled for 5:30. I showed up at 6:15.
45 minutes late.
Mr. Sutton, I promise you I did not fail math. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Okay, 45 minutes late, ma'am. That's not a little. Go ahead.
I got stuck in traffic.
Ma'am, come on, please. Go ahead.
So I showed up at 6:15, and that was when our date proceeded.
And how was his energy when you showed up 45 minutes late? Because this is the first time y'all are seeing each other in person, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you can see that doesn't make like a great impression. So to the extent he was excited to see and meet you finally, that might be compromised after 45 minutes of waiting on someone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
45 minutes late? And it's still expecting him to sit there and wait? That's not traffic. That's disrespect. If he left right then and there, I would understand completely. You can't show up nearly an hour late to meet someone for the first time and expect them to still be excited. That's not confidence. That's entitlement.
All right, but you get there. How was it? Did he look like his pictures? Because that's very important.
Yeah, actually, he looked a little bit better than his pictures, to be
Okay.
honest. He's not very photogenic, but real life, doing pretty well.
Okay. Nice. No, I say that with sincerity because you're right. Most of the time, that's not the case. Continue, ma'am. Okay, so you see him in person. He looks better than his photos. What does he say to you?
very, very small chit chat, just pleasantries in regards to when I show up. And I'm a little frantic because I know that I'm running late. So,
Were you apologetic, ma'am?
of course.
Okay.
Yes. So sitting down, the waiter originally comes over and I go ahead and I order myself a margarita because they're my favorite. And I have not eaten all that day. So I'm starving. So I originally go ahead with my margarita, order a calamari as well.
Okay.
And
Did you ask him if he wanted anything to eat, ma'am? No, I'm just, because we're getting your order in, but. Did he-
well, I assumed that he would have ordered something if he wanted anything.
So the answer is no.
No,
At this
I did
point,
not
you
ask.
just ordered your margarita and your calamari. Okay.
Yes,
And
he
that's
had a
just-
drink already.
Okay. Well, I would.
Oh, she came hungry. She didn't even ask if I could get you something. She went straight for the drinks and the menu like she was fasting for this moment. And that's when you know she's not on a date. She's on a mission.
Help so if he's sitting there waiting for you for 65 minutes. That's my rule. Once you are 1 second late, the party starts, honey. Okay? It's drinks and food. And then do you proceed to order more food?
Yes.
Okay. What
Later
did you
on.
order, ma'am?
Well, after I finished the original appetizer, I went ahead and I ordered another drink. And
Also a margarita?
yes,
Because I just want a visual. Okay, go ahead.
yes. And I don't really like to drink on an empty stomach. So I not only had the calamari, but I also had the fried alligator was my second. Yeah, it was very interesting. And
Now, was that just still a starter, or have we gotten to your entree yet?
no, that was just the starter.
Okay, let's go. What did you get for your entree, ma'am?
I got a salmon.
Okay, so you had the calamari, you had the fried alligator, you've had 2 margaritas at this point, and now you've got a plate of salmon.
Yes.
Okay, and did you get any more cocktails?
I did get one more cocktail.
Okay, so you had
with my
3
dinner.
drinks. Okay. Do you have an itemized bill that the court can look at, ma'am? And
3 margaritas, an appetizer, an entree. At this point, she's ordering like she's meal prepping for the week. This is why some men don't even want to go on dinner dates anymore. Too many have been burned by women treating it like DoorDash with candles.
see.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead and proffer that to my
You
bailiff.
just have everything.
I'll take
in the entire
everything.
folder?
And while you are doing that, you know what they say about stories, there's 2 sides. Let me get to you, Mr. Sutton. Thank you for your patience here, sir. Let's get to what you can corroborate. You meet this woman on social media, she's very beautiful. You slide in her DMs, you start communicating.
Yes, Your Honor.
You find out that she's a social media influencer professionally, bada bing, bada boom. Somebody's number is exchanged, y'all start talking on the phone.
Yes.
At what point, sir, do you decide, I am interested enough to take her on an in-person date?
Well, I was interested very early on. I asked her out 2 times. Both times she turned me down.
So then after 2 cancellations, and did you believe those cancellations?
To be completely honest,
You better be, you're sworn in.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, the first scenario, the modeling, I don't know much about it. I think she could have taken maybe 10 or 15 seconds just to send me something. She told me like 10 minutes before our date. I've already driven there. That was very upsetting to me.
Okay, she left that part out. Okay, go ahead.
Yes. And then as far as the second incident is
With her father's illness.
yes, I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt.
No, I understand. The court agrees with that.
Yes.
Okay, so for finally,
Yes.
we get on a dinner date and you concede, Mr. Sutton, that you did ask her on the 3rd date and it was your idea to say, you know what? You don't like milk, you can't do lactose, you don't like coffee, let's go to dinner.
I said, let's go to drinks, not dinner. I never said
See,
anything.
you got to clear it up. See, Mr. Sutton, because this is how I'm going to make my ruling. So you're telling the court that you said nothing about dinner. You said, let's go to drinks.
I said, let's go to drinks.
He made it clear. He said he came out for drinks, not 5-course meal. You know what's funny? Some people hear drinks and immediately translate it to, oh, let me see how much I can get out of him. Men, always remember, when your intentions are clear, her actions will tell you everything you need to know.
That's it.
Collins, did he say, let's go to drinks?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, continue, sir.
First, she reschedules twice, as we've mentioned, and then finally we lock in a date, and it's during happy hour.
I noticed that. I didn't want to say nothing.
5:30.
But when you said that y'all were meeting at 5:30, it's happy hour. Okay, go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, and I made that explicit that I wanted to meet at happy
Oh,
hour.
you said that. Okay.
Yes.
And one thing I like about somebody that's direct is you know what to expect. So there's an indication when someone says, I want to take you out during happy hour, You know what time it is. Right? I mean, hello.
Right.
Okay, go ahead, sir. So you own that you are looking for a happy hour experience. Continue.
Yes. So I get there at 5:20, Your Honor, and I get a phone call from her at 5:25 saying she'll be a few minutes late.
Okay.
I interpreted few minutes as a few minutes. I guess
And
that
then
means
you
something
found
else to
out
her.
it was 45 minutes.
It was 45 minutes.
Right.
I ordered one margarita, and the waiter felt so bad for me, he slipped me another one at the happy hour price after 6 o'clock when that ended. She finally shows up at 6:15. I'm a little annoyed at this point, but I'm trying to keep it together.
Now, did she look like her photos?
She did. She was gorgeous.
Okay. No, she is.
Yeah. And she finally sits down, and the conversation
Was she
is a little
apologetic when she showed up 45 minutes late, sir?
I mean, she mentioned it vaguely, but it was.
But you didn't really feel like it was heartfelt.
No,
Okay.
it felt very.
I don't know
cold.
why, but for some reason I suspected that. Okay.
Yes.
So she sits down, she orders herself a drink.
Yes. Well, she orders herself more than a drink. She orders a calamari as well. We have a very, very brief conversation.
Well, let's back up.
Yes.
When she orders the cocktail and the calamari together, I presume,
Yes.
were you surprised because your offer was drinks?
Of course. Yes. I was very surprised. I wasn't hungry. I ate beforehand. We said we were meeting for drinks specifically. And I just didn't think she was going to be ordering food. And I don't eat fried food like that either, Your Honor.
Right. Well, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
The point is you say drinks, she starts ordering cuisine.
Exactly.
And you are shocked, but you don't say anything. You're just shocked. Now, at that point, because I'm just curious, were you contemplating the possibility that maybe there was going to be a split check at some point? Like maybe if she's hungry, she'll take care of her food, but allow you to treat her to cocktails because that was the nature of the agreed upon date?
I thought we were meeting up just for drinks.
Right.
And I thought she was going to maybe fit the bill for her. But what she did in the subsequent moments made me question the entire thing.
Okay, so yeah, what did she do then?
Well, by the time the waiter brings over the food and the margarita, she is on her phone. She's on social media. She's posting, and she starts acting like I'm not even there.
What do you say about that, Ms. Collins? Were you working on this date?
Well,
That's the part that really gets me. You're late, and then you're eating his money, and now you're on your phone like he doesn't even exist? That's not a date. That's a content shoot. Imagine turning someone's time and energy into your backdrop. That's really cold.
I am going to be taking photos and I am taking videos. I'm with
That's
a handsome
working.
young man. And I mean, I suppose, yes, considering the fact that I am an influencer, it is
Correct.
working.
Okay, so you're working on the date. You now feel...
I usually don't bring my work to a date.
and
Your
let's
Honor,
get to
but
that, sir. What do you do for a living?
I am a substitute teacher.
Okay, what grades?
K through 12. I'm able to
Go
sub
everywhere, you're certified?
Yes.
That's excellent, sir. Okay, so you work in education. You're now on a date. Your date shows up 45 minutes late. She immediately pulls out her phone and starts engaging and really working on the date.
Yes.
While she's ordered, so far, a calamari and a margarita.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
And the waiter comes by again and still ignoring me. And she orders her second round of drinks and a crispy alligator. Another top shelf margarita, by the way. I'm getting really fed up at this point, as I think any reasonable man would be.
Okay.
And the waiter is about to come around a third time, but I said, let's try to give this one more chance. And I try engaging in a conversation with her, and I asked her about her father. She just ignores me. She doesn't even engage in the conversation, which calls into question everything else that came before.
Okay. When did she order the salmon, sir?
She ordered the salmon at the end. That was the third time
Okay.
they came around. Yeah, so she wasn't even done with the previous place before she starts ordering more food. And so she orders the salmon and the other drink, and I'm just fed up. I can't take it anymore. I'm seeing red. And I just decide I have to leave right now, else I'm going to make a big mistake.
What's a big mistake?
I felt like I would explode, Your Honor. I was just so angry and felt so disrespected.
Oh, well, okay, okay. So how do you get out, literally? Like, how do you excuse yourself for the table?
Yes, Your Honor. I told her I was going to go to the restroom.
Right. Said another way, what lie did you make up to get out of this horrible situation?
Yes, I told her I was going to the restroom and I beelined for my car, and I didn't look back.
Okay, so you never even went to the restroom?
No, I never went to the restroom. No.
I can't even be mad at him. He didn't yell. He didn't argue. He just quietly dipped. That's what I call peaceful protest. Sometimes the loudest message you can send is silence. And let's be honest, he saved her the embarrassment. That's more grace than she probably deserved that night anyway.
Oh, Miss Collins. Sir, do you have any evidence for the court?
I do, but I would just like to add,
Yeah.
the next day she did text me about this, and she said I was rude to fit her with a bill like that. And
She said you were rude.
she said I was rude. I told her she was rude to show up 45 minutes late, and she
Right.
was rude to ignore me and lie to me.
Okay.
So I did pay for my drinks, though. I sent her that money
Okay.
digitally, and I have that here for you as well.
Yeah, offer that up to the court. Woo-wee. Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
You're a clown for disappearing on our quote date and not paying. This is from the plaintiff. Defendant says, I said I wanted to meet for drinks, that's in caps, not dinner. Madam plaintiff says, you're just full of it and cheap. Defendant says, just sent you $20 for my drinks. Go find another sucker. I ain't the one.
See, that's how you handle it. You pay your part, keep your dignity, and let her take her lesson. Because if she truly believed he was cheap, she wouldn't be suing him. She'd just move on. But no, entitlement can't stand when accountability shows up.
I do see where there was a digital $20 sent. Ma'am, did you receive this money?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I don't think I have to hear any more from either of you two. I've seen this story before. The court is ready to rule. Now, nobody hates a cheap man more than me. Nobody. What this court will not condone is women or men coming into my courtroom under the guise of chivalry when what they're really doing is dating for dinner. Ma'am, you are dating for a meal. It's low integrity. It's anti-feminist. And for lack of a better term, it's trifling. Believe it or not, counterintuitive, you cheapen yourself. You cheapen yourself. You become a version of a type of prostitute. I'm just going to tell it to you plain, and I don't believe that's what you intend. Now, if this is a man you are seeing, if this is a man you are dating actively, if this is a man who you've invested time and energy into as well, then your expectation should rise according to that mutual investment. And then, Mr. Sutton, you do have to put up or shut up. But at this point, the court is not convinced that you did anything wrong. In fact, the court is convinced, ma'am, that you operated in bad faith, that you wasted this man's time. So the court completely dismisses the plaintiff's claim of $218.69. That is my ruling.
Oh, I love this judge. She said what a lot of women needed to hear. Dating for dinner is not feminism. It's freeloading. And it makes genuine women look bad. This is the perfect example of modern dating gone off the rails. Somewhere along the line, we replaced effort with expectation. And now, too many people think they deserve luxury treatment just for showing up. Ladies, if you can't even respect a man's time, you don't deserve his resources. And men, don't reward disrespect with dinner. Walk away the first time someone shows you that they don't value your time. Not to be petty, but to protect your peace and your self-respect. If I'm being honest, he didn't embarrass her. She embarrassed herself. By taking something as small as a dinner bill and turning it into a courtroom case, she showed the world she valued attention over accountability. There's a message in this for both sides. Men, stop chasing people who make you feel like an inconvenience. And women, stop treating men like sponsors. The moment you start dating for validation instead of connection, you lose yourself. This is why the dating pool feels so toxic. It's not that good people don't exist. It's that entitlement drowned out appreciation. So, shout out to that man for walking away with self-respect. Because sometimes the most masculine thing you can do is refuse to be used. It's been your girl Remi Rene here. I'll see you guys in my next video.